G'day Jaco, Hayden here from Pacific Toyota. Mates, I just wanted to go over this Land Cruiser for you. The good thing about this car is it's now come back on the market, so it is available for sale again. So I thought I'd shoot a virtual tour through to you so that you can see the car and the condition that it's in. But before I start the car, mate, a bit about us. Pacific Toyota is located here in Cairns. We're on 235 Mulgrave Road. We run 2 premium used car yards, as well as a large brand new vehicle showroom and Lexus of Cairns. To the right of that, you can see our service centre. We actually run the largest service centre in Cairns with over 25 bays and servicing north of 100 cars a day. The good thing about the Pacific Toyota Group is the fact that we're part of Servco and owned as our parent company. Servco is the largest owned group of Toyota dealerships around Australia. The other great thing about our pre-owned side of things here in Cairns is we actually run the largest operation in Queensland under the Toyota banner, and we're within the top 10 around Australia. So we're quite reputable in what we do, and about 35 to 45% of our stock goes south of Cairns all the way down to Melbourne. So be no worries to help you out in St George, Queensland there. It's a bit about the Land Cruiser. So it's running a TJM and Ironman setup on it. With that, it's running the TJM bull bar with the brush rails and side steps. Look, they're all painted black. They're in really good condition for the vehicle. It's quite impressive. The car's had a full detail inside and out. So as you see it go around, you'll see the condition that the car is in, and it's really complementary to its age. So the owner before us, and it's a local car, so it has been in North Queensland majority of its life. Looking at the service history, I think there's only a couple services where it might have gone out of North Queensland, but we'll get to that shortly. As you can see, it runs the UHF, the LED light bar on it. It's an Ironman LED light bar. As you can see on the top, it runs Ironman 4x4. You then got your LED spotlights, and by the looks of things, one looks like a spread beam, one is a pencil beam, so giving you that really, how could you say, both aspects of vision when it comes to night time. So one giving you the distance, one giving you the sort of surroundings. The other thing with the bull bar, it is winch compatible, as you can see, so there is a room for it should you ever want to add one in. So that's all applicable through there. I'll come around to the side of the vehicle. So the other good thing about this is it runs the manual locking hubs on it. So really reliable in the Land Cruisers, the manual locking hubs. As well as that, it's running the Toyo Open Country mud terrains, which has plenty of tread still on it. So it doesn't look like they've been used for very harsh terrains, because they're in really good condition. Usually you'll see knocks around the tyres if that was the case. In the background, you'll see that you've got the yellow coil springs with the Ironman shock absorbers. I'll just double check. Yes, they are. They're the foam cell setup. So really reliable, really comfortable system. Makes that Land Cruiser that whole bit more comfortable for driving. So that's all in there. So it's been lifted and obviously running bigger tyres. And I just want to go over the condition of the front of the car. It is in really good condition for its age. I'm really impressed with the vehicle. There's a few little chips here and there that I can see. I'm just trying to point out as much as I can for you. But mate, for the age of the car and the kilometres, it's pretty exceptional for condition, to be honest with you. That's probably a big compliment to the bonnet protector that's been on it, flicking all those extra rocks over. So just trying to show you everything on here. Nothing too major. That one's just a mark. That one came off. As you can see, just little bits and pieces here and there. But nothing too major. It's all in really good condition, this vehicle. As you can see, it's got the factory snorkel on it. It is running a safari head on it, so I'm assuming that's for different styling that the owner was originally going for. Workmate model, you can see the badging on there. Just trying to get you all the paneling. So I'll just come down through the side here. So like I said, just a little bit of a mark there, nothing major. All in relatively really good condition for its age. I'm really impressed with this car. So I know there's a bit of glare there, so try and get a bit of vision. There's a few little marks there, nothing major. Just try and stand back to give you a whole aspect of the vehicle. So really cool setup. The canopy on it is just mounted on top of the tray, so it can be removable from what I've seen. It is running the King's awning on it, and it looks like it's running the King's roof rack as well. The King's roof rack is what we call a rooftop tent set rack. So if you ever did want to put one on, you've got the flat at the back, and then in front of the rooftop tent you've got the little basket. So I'll just come around, you'll see the little basket at the front, so if you ever wanted to tie something down in front of that rooftop tent, you can. With that, there is some power running through the canopy for lights, so it is somewhat set up for adventuring or camping or having to use it at night. As you can see here, LED stripping light on the canopy, so that's nice and handy. And this is all alloy, so you know, alloy doesn't corrode, which is very good, so long lasting, durable. The spare tyre is running a BF Goodrich mud terrain, so it's separate to what the car's running on its tyres on the ground. But obviously as a spare, that is an auxiliary tyre, so that's all that there. Around to the back of the car, it's running an Ironman 4x4 exhaust system, so it's not too loud, but you get a little bit of excitement when the foot goes down, so that's always entertaining. But really good for fuel consumption and, yeah, I suppose letting the engine breathe, especially if you've done any research about the engine on the V8s. Those exhausts certainly help out power wise. It's nothing too major, but it's really practical. We've got a little water tank here. I even think there's a little bit of water in it. So if you need to wash your hands after doing a bit of fishing or working at work, you can, depending on what you use the car for. Tow bar set up with a 7-pin flat plug on it. That is a genuine Toyota tow bar. So 3.5 ton towing. Like I said, 7-pin flat on there. So nice and handy. And then the condition of the inside of the tray, mate, like I said, it's running that alloy top, as well as alloy floor on top of the steel sides. So good thing about alloy is just less maintenance. You don't have to worry about it as much, because it doesn't rust anywhere near like steel does or corrode. So that's all that there. I'll just give you a bit more of an outside vision of the back of the car, so we can get a good aspect of the vehicle. Happy days. I'll just come around to the driver's side just so I can show you inside of the car as well. Just trying to get you as much of the condition as I can, because, mate, this car is in great condition. There's only a few little marks on the sides of the doors, but nothing too major for the price. It's very accommodating. Full vinyl floors inside the car. So as you can see, all the way up, all in really good condition. No real wear marks from where feet have been. It is a real durable material for Toyota. They're pretty tough in that sense, so it's pretty good. Vinyl seats, so once again, really looked after, really good condition in the car. Okay, jump on in. This is a 3-seater as well, so as you can see, you got the middle seat belt just here, and your main seat belt just up there for your left-hand passenger. Inside the vehicle itself, so as you can see on the odometer there, I just haven't got the car on, so I'm just going to turn it on. So we've got the 128,000 kilometers, 657 on it. With your head unit, it is Bluetooth connectivity, so you've got your answer and hang up button just there. You also got voice recognition, so with that, the car actually learns your, I suppose, phone and memory of your contacts, and you can press that and say call such and such, and it will do. I'll just turn on to a few other things with sources. You'll see FM2, CD, USB connectivity, and Bluetooth audio. So if you listen to Spotify or anything like that on your phone, you can actually play that music through the head unit without having to have a cable attached. It's all pretty standard. Mate, AC is really cold. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Toyota AC systems, but we run a Denso system in all our Toyotas. Mate, Denso is the #1 in the world, so really cold aircon. It's really crisp actually. You got 4 vents in this really small single cab. So if you had a Toyota before, I probably don't have to preach that one to you. Sub-tank as well on the vehicle, so this runs the large fuel tanks on it. I think it totals 160 litres on the vehicle, which is really good. 4-drive stick system down here, so like I said, if you've had a Land Cruiser before, you're probably pretty familiar. So you got your H2 to H4, so this just does drive as a 2-wheel drive majority of the time. Then going off-road, you can go into H4 while on the fly, as long as your hubs are locked in, that is. But if they're not, you'll obviously have to stop to get into H4. Once you're in H4 and you want to go low 4, that'll engage your centre diff lock also by doing so. It's just a matter of coming to a complete stop, clutch all the way in neutral and heading down to low 4. So once again, nice and handy. UHF system, so it's running a really good brand in the car. It's a GME system. They've done a real tidy job, which is what I like to see. The main unit is actually behind the dash, meaning that it's not taking up a lot of room. You've got the actual UHF holder and all your controls on it itself. And yeah, we've just got it sitting in there so you can find a mount and where you'd like to put it. That way you can sort of have it nice and comfy. The other thing with the vehicle is the service history. Like I said, this car is local to North Queensland, going by the books. So this one was serviced in Tully, so it's at its 29,000 k service, 40,000 k service, 49,000 k service, 59, 68, 75, 89,000, 99,000, 110,000 k service, and 121,000 k service. So its next service is due. Well, actually, sorry, it's just had one done. So with us here, so we did 128,628. So it's only about 15 kilometres ago. So your next service isn't due until the, what are we saying here, 138,000 k's. So it's all fully up to speed in that sense. I'll just pop all this back in here, so you got your glove box just there. So nice and handy. The other cool thing about the Workmate in this year model is your little front mirror, front windows, is you can pop them in and out, just like so, and you can get that extra bit of airflow through there. So really good if you've got quite dewy mornings. Just regulates the cab and depressurises it as well. But mate, that is the Land Cruiser. Only last little thing, but nothing major. It does have the dash mat, so it just goes to show you the previous owner did look after it. Other than that, mate, I'm just going to go roughly around the outside of the car again, so you can see all of it. It's a really cool setup. Water tank at the back there. It's very rare you can find a Land Cruiser with full service history, this much gear, and really being looked after. It's quite a really good combination for this car. And mate, it's pretty cheap. It's in the price range that you said you're looking for. So if you wanted to take it off the market, just let me know and we can make it happen for you. Too easy, no stress at all. Thank you for your time.